Hello everyone. I am here with a Let's Make Art box. This is actually my second month to do this, and I signed up for it originally because I have absolutely no clue how to paint with watercolor, and I thought it would help me kind of figure it out and get the hang of it. So for those that don't know, Let's Make Art is a monthly subscription box, and they have a couple different kinds of boxes. I buy the watercolor box, and essentially what they do is they send you this box every month, and every Wednesday of that month they come out with a tutorial. And so it's like a paint along tutorial. They kind of help you learn different watercolor techniques. So let's open this. All right, so here we have the Welcome to July box, and this is like their little piece that kind of tells us what we're doing. Here we have the paint. Now, I prefer paint in like a pan, so I prefer them in these little pans, but they send them in like liquid. They're almost like inks, which is kind of neat. It's definitely letting me figure out different types of watercolor. So here's the paint that they sent us. Alright, so this month we're getting a rose red color. Let me make sure that you can see that. So here we have rose red. We have pink, azure blue, leaf green, and tiger orange. Ooh, these are going to be some fun colors. All right. So I'm going to move these to the side. Okay, so now for the rest of this, underneath our box here, we have, oh, awesome, I wanted to try these. So this is new. I mean, this is only my second month, but apparently they gave little cold press and hot press Stonehenge packets. So those are really cool. I'm excited to try these. The bigger size of this cold press is actually on my Amazon wish list because I have seen some other YouTubers say they really enjoy it. So I'm excited to kind of get to play with it before I decide to buy like the full expensive pack. We also have just a Let's Make Art Matter. So it's just a little postcard that they put in, and it kind of gives a little explanation. Like last month's was, of course, Father's Day, so the postcard that they gave us, they asked us to, you know, paint a postcard and send it to our dad. This time it looks like they want us to send it to a woman named Karen, who's a widow. Aw, that gets a little lonely. How cute. All right, and then comes the good stuff. So what they do here, let me move the box out of the way now. All right. So what they do is they give you they packaged this differently too than last time. So they give you 4 projects to do over the course of a month, and you can always do them by yourself at your own pace. But what I like to do, since I am doing this so I can learn watercolor techniques and kind of have a teacher, is I wait every Wednesday and do the kind of paint along tutorial. And so they'll send you each 4, so I'll have enough. Oh, that otter's adorable. So I'll have enough here to do like 1 a week until my next box comes in. I'm really excited to do this little otter. He's adorable. Okay, So these are the 4 projects we have, and it looks like this summer sunflower is going to be the first one that we do this month. So they give you a kind of step-by-step here on this paper, and then they kind of tell you what paint, what brush sizes, and where you can find the free tutorial. So if you were comfortable with watercolor, you could absolutely do this on your own and just knock all 4 of them out whenever you wanted to. But like I said, I like to paint along with the tutorial video every Wednesday, so I can kind of improve my knowledge and practice of watercolor while I have somebody kind of helping me out. So yeah, it looks like this month it's going to be the summer sunflower, and then the vegetables, then the wheat field, and finally the otter. See, I'm going to be excited for the end of this month so I can do the otter. And then for some of the items, if needed, they do give you a tracing paper if you want it. You don't have to use the tracing paper, but they have it there for you just in case. And then they give you watercolor sheets. And last month they gave me 2 blank watercolor sheets per project. So it looks like 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so that's what they did this month as well. And normally I think they send Canson watercolor paper. I like the sound of that. I don't know though if they sent Canson this time or if they sent the Stonehenge that they gave us the little pieces of. Okay, yeah, so this, okay, so they don't say what kind of paper they gave us this time, so I'm going to assume it's Canson, which isn't bad. I haven't hated using it. I have recently kind of in the past, I think like last week, I got some 100% cotton water paper, and like, oh my gosh, it is fancy and it is nice. But this works really well too, and it's not nearly as expensive as some of that 100% cotton is. Okay, well, now that we've kind of unpacked the box, here's everything again that we got with it. We got 8 sheets of watercolor paper, a little postcard. We have 2 little practice, or 2 little like tiny card size hot press and cold press Stonehenge paper. We have 5 paints, and then the tracing paper, and our little cards to show us what it's supposed to kind of look like. So let's get started. Hello everybody. So we've unboxed our Let's Make Art box, and now we're going to be practicing our summer vegetables. So I have my paints right here. I've got a little butcher plate that's kind of like off to the side. It's actually just a plate, but I'm going to use it as kind of a butcher plate to mix my colors. And then I have kind of the postcard that shows me sort of the look we're going for. And then you're not going to be able to hear it here in this video because I'm not sure about copyright and everything, but off to the side over here I also have my laptop set up with the Let's Make Art tutorial, because they do give you the tutorials that you can paint along with. So I'll watch it in segments, and then I'll skip through that on this video, and then you'll see me as I pause in between each little section and kind of start on my painting with you. So like I said, we're going to be doing the summer vegetables one today. I've never quite done something like this. This is 2 weeks into having the Let's Make Art box, and last week I did a sunflower, but it felt very like similar to stuff that I have already done with them, like wash and wet on wet technique and stuff. And so I didn't really want to record that because I didn't feel like, at least to me, it wasn't very interesting. But I've never quite done something like this. It's almost reminds me of like a sketch. So this is what I'm going to do today with you. And you're welcome to paint along with me. I'll also be linking the tutorial to this Let's Make Art video in my description below. So you're welcome to follow along with them as well. I do just want to say, just a reminder, this is not sponsored by Let's Make Art. They didn't even send this box to me for free. I am paying for this box with my own money, and just making this video with you and showing you what they do, because I have found them incredibly helpful for people like me who are just starting out and really trying to just get the hang and the feel of watercolor, but might feel slightly too intimidated to just kind of go crazy with their own creativity with it. So yeah, this is just like not sponsored. I just enjoy this product, and I found it incredibly helpful as I relearn and teach myself how to use watercolor. So let's get started. All right, so the colors we're going to be using for this, I'll just use this piece because I'm going to cut that, so this is all just, doesn't matter. So swatches of these. Alright, so we have our rose red swatch. We have our tiger orange. We have our azure blue. It's like a phthalo blue, it looks like. And leaf green, which I think reminds me a lot of like a sap green, maybe. Maybe I have that wrong. I don't think I have a sap green in any of my watercolors. I've just seen it in other people's. All right. So rose red, tiger orange, but it's more like a yellow. This looks like a phthalo blue. But in Let's Make Art, it's called azure blue, and then leaf green. All right, so those are the colors we're using. And now I'm going to kind of sketch my shapes for these onto my paper. I sped the sketch up for the sake of time, but I'm using Prismacolor Color Erase colored pencils to sketch out each of the vegetables, and I'm using the same color of pencil that matches kind of the color that'll be in the vegetables, so that way whenever I paint over it, you can't really see my pencil marks, just so they don't show through. Okay, so I have a round 6 and a round 2 brush that I'm going to be using to paint these. And I'm going to start off with my eggplant first. So we're going to mix a bunch of purples. So now we're going to work on our radish. So here I have, our radishes, we've got 2. I have a red, I still have my like purpley red, and then I have my tiger's orange. So I'm going to, and if you look at here, right, we have like the shadows, so a darker. So I'm going to take my kind of darker red, purpley-ish dark red, and I'm gonna go like around the edge. Okay, so now we're gonna do our tomato, which I have over here. But my red keeps like moving into the center. So I'm gonna add me some more red. And for the tomato I'll just do a whole new red spot. So for the tomato, I'm gonna use red and orange. Now we're gonna do the carrots. All right, so I'm going to just wet everywhere I want there to be color. And then I'm gonna take a straight orange and drop it in. Alright, so I'm going to do the greenery for my eggplant. I do need to be careful. My carrots are still a little wet, so I don't want to touch them. I do have my smaller brush, my little round 2. And I still have some greens, so I'm going to pick up this green first. Okay, I do wanna, let's see. I wanna bring my radishes together, but I wanna darken this. Alright, and then I need to add like little stripes onto my carrots. Okay, so I'm gonna let the orange dry a little more and go back over it. I'm pretty happy. I'm gonna try to add more definition to my little peas. Look at how well he looks now. Okay, let me pick up the rest of this water that I just flung everywhere. All right, well, here's my little spring my summer vegetables. I actually really liked, it was a lot of fun not having like one cohesive image. If that makes sense, and just doing like kind of individual little guys. It was a lot of fun. All right, well, here it is. Don't forget that this is Let's Make Art. Again, they didn't pay me for this. They didn't even send this to me for free. I'm paying for it with my own money, and I'm sharing it with you because I have so far genuinely been enjoying this and find it helpful. So I'm hoping that you will too. And thanks for watching. Bye.